you? Well, more than 100 actors have played Sherlock Holmes. Perhaps the biggest mystery of all is what makes him so popular after all these years. Here's a man who ranks next to Basil Rathbone as the best Holmes of all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Jeremy Brett. Lovely to see you, hot foot from the Wyndham's Theatre, where the secret of Sherlock Holmes is appearing.
Yes, we've done over 300 performances.
Already?
And we finish in September, then we do a national tour.
You've got the Aquiline features, Jeremy.
I think that's happened since I started playing him.
Long? You know, you schnoz. Has that grown longer?
That's grown longer.
And of course you did the film, The Hound of the Baskervilles.
We've done 26 films.
20. And the Granada series?
That's all Granada.
Sure.
Two feature films, Hound of the Baskervilles and Sign of Four, and 24 series. I must be mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a clever actor who monopolises Sherlock Holmes, isn't he, eh?
I don't know whether it's clever.
If you're going to corner the market in anything, what better?
Well, I think the thing that's lovely is that if you... This country, we're not allowed to say the word star, are we?
Yes, we are.
No, I think we're twinklers. You're a twinkler. You're a twinkler, and I'm a twinkler. And I'm enjoying being a twinkler.
Smash it. What have you bought in your overnight bag?
A banana skin, because I didn't want to leave it upstairs.
And have you got one of those hats with the flaps?
No, I've got a comic relief nose.
No kidding.
No, I use myself as my disguise during the daytime.
Jeremy, we have a clip, actually, of your distinguished performance as Sherlock Holmes. Let's have a look at that. Gordon Ellsbury, our director, he gets all muddled up, but with any luck, he might be able to produce it.
Well, in the year 1692, Hugo de Baskerville abducted a young girl. But she escaped across the moor that night, cursing. He unkennelled his pack of hounds and hunted her down like a wild animal. When his three drunken companions followed, they found the girl in a deep dip or goyal, dead from fear and fatigue. They had also confronted the cause of her death, a huge, demonic hound.
Whoa. That's the one we all know best, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Put us right, Jeremy, I'm a bit thick, me. Now, that was the television series.
That was the whole thing's been done by Granada.
Is that right?
But this was done on 35 mil. So it's going out on Disney circuit now and in August and all that.
What do you make of Sherlock Holmes, then?
Not much.
Is that right?
Not my cup of tea.
I was going to say, I wouldn't have thought so.
Not my cup of tea.
A strange chap.
Funny enough, Rita and I worked together many years ago, didn't we, darling? Rita Tushingham. And I was much happier then in those days. I was playing a demented cook then, a German cook, and she was playing one of the waitresses.
Not Sherlock Holmes.
No, this was an extrovert. Holmes is so difficult because he's such an isolated creature. Yeah. He's impossible to play. He's better read, actually.
Indeed. And, of course, he was into opium and all that. A sniffer. I think he was doing this, you know.
That's right. Yes, a lot of that. They didn't realise then just how dangerous it was, I don't think. We touch on that. We try not to...
Yeah, they used to call it belladonna in those days, I think, didn't they? And they took it for headaches. And
well, I think it was, as you finished your job in Fleet Street, you just popped down the alleyway into your opium den and had a quick snifter, rather like a pint now.
You, of course, went to Eton, Jeremy. Do you think Sherlock Holmes came from the top drawer?
He was a sort of middle-class boy. I think he was fairly isolated. It's interesting because it's been a handicap to me being at Eton. It's taken me a long time to convince people. It's interesting.
I've always said...
The class rubbish.
I've always said, when I was an editor, I always said, don't hold it against him because he went to Eton. That's not his fault. That's true. That's true, isn't it?
True, yeah. It was a handicap.
It is. I suppose every single time you sit down for an interview, they say, and you were at Eton.
That's right. No, I was a toffee-nosed git, and I had a silver spoon in my mouth, you see.
Is that right?
So I got my first breaks because I had a little money behind me, and all that goes into the business in a very bad way.
You had to outlive that.
I had to go through a bit. I had my nose broken on the National Theatre stage, and suddenly say it was not just a pretty face, all sorts of rubbish you had to go through.
Of course, you tried Hollywood, didn't you?
Tried Hollywood, failed.
I finished up on the stage playing Dracula.
That's right, but I went there to become a movie star, but I discovered all the directors were living in Hertfordshire and the Cotswolds down the road here.
Yeah.
There was no one there.
And in a sense, Sherlock has restored your career to full bloom.
Oh, I don't think it's restored. I think it's made it, actually.
Made it, yeah.
I was doing quite nicely before, but this is done maybe, as I say, into a twinkling.
According to what they call the tabloids,
Yes.
you really were on a downer, weren't you?
Yes, I was desperately ill.
With the was it illness or booze?
No, it was my wife died.
Well, I know.
And
yeah,
actually, it's the anniversary of her death today. She died on
Is that
Independence
right?
Day 4 years
That's
ago.
sad.
That didn't help. And then the workload. And I am playing a demented creature.
Yes.
But I've learned to live with him now.
Yes.
I think.
But it was your lovely wife Joan. She died.
Yes, she died.
That caused a breakdown.
That
did
was
it?
just before.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be much point to it
How
anymore.
did you come out of that?
Well, I was very angry with the Sun for exposing me, but now I don't feel so angry because, in actual fact, funnily enough, in this country where people are much more interested in failure than success, and I don't know why that is.
Look at me.
Fellow twinkler. And they kind of take you to their heart
Yeah.
when they see damaged goods around. And I suppose I'm quite enjoying that. I love people saying, "You're all right. You're all right, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's right.
Good to see you around." All
It's
that.
beautiful. People care.
They
don't
really do care. Yeah.
They say that to me.
They pick
say,
me up
all
a
right,
lot.
Dale, all right. And they know that I'm a bit vulnerable, you know.
Yeah.
I'm likely to go over the edge. That right, audience? Yes, they do.
It's true.
And you had the same thing. What form did your illness take? I mean, were you out of the game altogether?
I went potty.
Didn't know where you were, who you were?
I went very high. And I was removed. Ascertained, I think is the word.
And of course you had booze as well on top of that.
No, not much, just a little. That wasn't really it.
So it wasn't drink.
It was work.
Because when we look at Jeremy Brett and you hear he's having problems,
No,
you
it's
think-
work
You
with
think
it.
it's the booze.
It was work, and I got very isolated. I cut the phone off and wouldn't answer my mail, all sorts of strange things.
Yeah.
Can I change the subject? Just
Yeah,
because-
of course.
Simply because
Talk about cricket,
Linda
right.
Pritchard,
Oh, yes.
who is the girl you interviewed right at the beginning,
The runner.
she's been standing outside my stage door for about 6 months. She suddenly said, "I'm going to run around England to stop cancer in the world."
That's right.
It's 5,000 miles, all around the British Isles. Well, she's done 1,700 miles now. She is, I think, tonight in Sandwich, in Wales.
Good Lord.
She'll be in Manchester on the 22nd. And I hope Manchester will give her a lovely welcome.
Annabelle, don't sit there. That was your lady, Linda Pritchard. You interviewed
That's right,
her,
yes,
didn't
she's
you?
running like mad
That's it.
all
Yeah.
over the world. I
She
know.
just started, and she's done 1,700 miles out of 5,000.
That's great.
So if anybody would love to support her in her quest to get rid of cancer, the address of her mother is Joan Pritchard, 24 Nether Road, Hanwell, W7.
Hanwell W7.
Please. Nether Road, 24. And the little girl's doing it, isn't it superb?
And on the anniversary of Joan's death, too.
And it's her birthday. It's Linda Pritchard's birthday today.
Well, it's been lovely having you.
Thank you.
Anytime you want to come in and have a chat from the Wyndham,
Bless your
we're
heart.
here.
Lovely to meet you.
And it's good to see
you're
you.
incredibly
Good to see you doing so well. Ladies and gentlemen, a great actor, Jeremy Brett, a twinkler.
A twinkler.
And you-